So just a quick word on how this demo / review is going to be done. Part 1 is going to be me installing Android 5.0 through flashing the factory image. Part 2 is going to be a review of Android 5.0, quick tour, and my impressions on how it works. Part 3 is going to be how I set up my home screen. Hi, this is Kenji from Glass Bottle Apps, and today I'm going to do a bit of a segment on Android 5.0 Lollipop. As far as I know, I haven't gotten the system update notification yet. Check now. It says the current time and your system is up to date. In my opinion, it's not, so I'm going to try to flash a factory image of Android 5.0 Lollipop, which you can do on a Nexus device. Alright, for those who don't know what flashing a factory image is, basically I'm going to download Android 5.0 from Google. My phone is currently running Android 4.4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the computer to load Android 5.0 onto the phone. The biggest downside to this is that this will wipe all the data from the phone. So basically it's a completely fresh start. And which I think honestly is good for it because it takes a long time to boot up. It has a lot of startup processes and processes running in the background, so I kind of need a fresh start anyway. Not to say it's working badly, it's still working quite well. But yeah, fresh start is always good, so that's what I will do. And I will also test to see how auto backup works. If you look at the phone, backup and reset, there's backup my data to Google servers and to an automatic restore. So we'll see what ends up getting backed up or not. So yeah, I found some instructions online, thanks to Ars Technica for this. So download the SDK and image, so follow along here. I already have the Eclipse ADT bundle. Actually, it's installed, the Android developer tools. If this is all you're using it for, it's not that hard to set up, but obviously this is what I use to develop the apps. So for example, you can see Fundometer screen there. This countdown thing I'm actually working on, which isn't even out yet. But yeah, I've done that. But now I can go download the correct factory image for my device. And that can be done from developers.google.com/android/nexus/images. Okay, so if you scroll down on this Android Nexus images page, you get to a link, factory images for Nexus 5. And what I'm going to do is go save file. It's a TGZ. And it says 2 minutes to download, so we'll probably skip through that unless something important happens in the meantime. Okay, so I have updated all the SDK tools except for the ones that deal with the emulator and Android Wear because they're not necessary and I don't really need to do that. So I will head back to my instructions, which are in Firefox. And the next step is to put the phone in Fastboot Mode. So I'll just to enter Fastboot Mode. The step is to power off the device and turn it on by holding down both the power and the volume buttons. So I will turn off my phone. That's probably the last time I'll see any of this stuff, but that's okay. Oh, there's that auto backup icon in the top, and I could have actually looked at it, but too late now. Enter Fastboot Mode. And so there's the power button of the Nexus 5, there's the 2 volume buttons, and I'll try to hold all 3 of them down at once and see what happens. There we go, there's Fastboot Mode. So that's what that looks like. From here, grab the factory image I downloaded, so that would be here. I can go open containing folder, unzip it, extract. I'm going to leave it in downloads for now. So yes, I have 7-zip, and you can use 7-zip to do that. That's probably the best one because it's a free program that you can use to unzip these. And there it goes. And now I will see what it actually did. So if I go to my downloads folder. Oh, now it's a tar, okay. Sure. Now it's a folder. And now if I open it, it should be there maybe. There's a lot of zipped folders here. So I'm supposed to copy a certain number of these folders over into the platform tools. Place all the contents of the unzipped factory image. So I would say that is all of this. So if I see if I can just click and drag all of those into the platform tools directory. Now that's under the SDK directory where I installed it. So installation folder /SDK/platform tools. I'm going to copy it all in there. Clicking and dragging from 7-zip seems to work. And that's all there. Platform tools, the flash-all should be in the same folder as Fastboot, and that is exactly what's happened. Now I need to unlock my device. If you look at the Fastboot screen, you can see it says lock state locked, secure boot enabled. So that means the bootloader is locked. So even though it's not locked to a carrier, it's locked to this particular operating system version. So we want to say, and what we want to do in order to install Android 5.0 is to make it say unlocked. So what you do is you plug it into the computer, so this USB cable, and run some commands. So open up command prompt, which conveniently is right here. Navigate to the platform tools directory. Alright, so I got it to work. You can just type in CD and then copy the folder in. So I copied in platform tools, and that's the directory I'm in now. Your phone says lock state locked on the Fastboot screen, which it does. You can see the lock state locked is the bottom word there, bottom line. So on the Fastboot screen, you'll need to run Fastboot OEM unlock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Fastboot OEM unlock. This unlock bootloader screen. Unlock bootloader. Yes, this may void your warranty. Of course, I think my warranty's up anyway because I've had this phone for a little over a year. Unlocking the bootloader will also delete all personal data on your phone. A factory reset, which I knew was going to happen. So press the volume up or down buttons to select yes or no, then press the power button to continue. So I will go up to yes. I will press the power button to say yes. Erasing everything. Secure boot is now unlocked, it says, and it is erasing. So if it booted into the welcome screen, you would just restart it again. It's saying that could happen. Mine just stayed in Fastboot, so that should be good. Now I just need to run the flash-all file. So if I go back to my platform tools folder, I would just type on or double click on flash-all.bat, and that should run everything it needs to do to flash the phone. And as you can see, it's executing some commands, and it is flashing everything. And it seems to have run into some problems. Target reported maximum download size of something. Archive does not contain boot.sig, recovery.sig. Failed to allocate certain number of bytes. Update package missing system.image. And that can happen. You simply need to flash the .img files one by one. It's pretty easy apparently. First, instead of leaving the update zip folder in your directory compressed, you need to unzip that package. Inside there will be 6 image files in addition to those files. So I'm going to need this command prompt open. It's going to actually be somewhat confusing. So I'm going to have that open in one column. I have these commands open maybe in another. And then it looks like I'm also going to need to have the folder names as well. So there. Now it says run these 2 commands one by one, so that's what I'm going to do. Fastboot flash bootloader Fastboot reboot. And that should be the last thing I do. It says Google there. Okay, the screen lit up a little bit. I take that as a good sign things are progressing. As you can see, we have our new boot animation for the Nexus on Android 5.0. And it came up with a welcome screen. So I'm probably going to have to restart everything again. I'm going to go quickly through this welcome setup screen, I guess. Searching for Wi-Fi networks, VAC, I hope I have. But you can see the Lollipop animations already, even though it's just setting up. You can see the connect. You'll be able to see the connect button uses that material design button thing animation. So it's connecting to my Wi-Fi network, which I will hide and maybe blur out later. Checking for updates. Tap and go. Quickly copy any Google accounts. I will skip that. I will enter my email address. And it'll see if it'll get me my old stuff back. As you can see here, it's pretty cool. Get apps and data from the Nexus, which was what it was last used today. Also include all apps, so I can decide which ones I've won, which ones I don't. But it's good. This is part of me going through and seeing which ones I like and which ones I don't. Does Dodgy Dingbat show up? Because I actually installed that from Google Play, so it should be here. Dodgy Dingbat. The rest I installed from over debug, so they probably didn't get copied over in this. But I will keep all those. Press done. Next. Google Services.
Sounds like you're good.
Yes, Google Now is good, I think. But read through the message just so you know what it's storing and keeping data on you for. Restoring. So perhaps I didn't lose anything at all from this. Set up Home App. Wow, it even will let me decide between Google Now Launcher and Action Launcher. But I will start with Google Now just to see. And you can see the different system buttons down there. Wow, it even has my old desktop background. Huh. So, I think that went rather well. I now have Android 5.0 Lollipop installed on my phone. As you can see from this notification screen, it's different. There's a new settings screen. Animations. I have the third-party launcher, Action Launcher, installed on here, something I personally like having. And I will explain in probably part 3 of this series. The biggest downside, I think, is that even though it reinstalled all of my apps through the Google backup, and all of my files seem to be accessible through Google Plus on the auto backup, I had to sign in to pretty much everything, every service that I had needed to sign into to begin with. So Waze, Facebook, Skype, a bunch of other things I had to sign into over again, but that's a fairly small hassle. And yeah, that's Android 5.0 Lollipop. Hope you enjoy.